LogMeIn, and you guys are now called?
Still LogMeIn.
Still LogMeIn. So one of the larger SaaS companies in Boston is now LogMeIn with the integration or merger with Citrix. And they happen to have what I think is a pretty cool IoT play called Zyber. And they have, honestly, one of the nicest guys I've met in Greater Boston, no offense to anyone else in the room. But if you're looking to have a conversation with someone about this business and you want honest answers from someone who's just a genuinely nice guy, call Mario. So you can introduce yourself way better than I just tried to.
That was pretty good.
Oh, that was pretty good?
That was really
You're going to pay me later,
I
right?
will.
Okay.
I will.
Mario, give us an intro, and then Aiden, please come on back up. And all the questions have to come from the audience, and they have to be hard questions. Like, how the hell do you get your product in the channel? How did you get your product in the channel?
Right.
Who is your channel? What works, what doesn't? Be brutally honest, but professional.
Right.
Cool?
Do I need a microphone?
Yes, the people in the back are yelling at me,
Right.
so you gotta have
They
one.
were yelling at you?
Yeah, they were.
Just for not being loud enough?
Not being
Has
loud.
that ever happened before?
First time tonight. It's the AR/VR people. The AR/VR people, the
visual.
hearing's not so good, the
Very
vision's
visual.
awesome.
Very visual. Well, thanks. It's always an honor to be invited by Chris to speak on a panel because you usually get a lot of notice. I think it was about, 2:30 in the afternoon yesterday? But I think it came through to say.
Because we're agile.
We're very, very agile, very agile. But Chris and I know each other well. It's always great to be here. So first of all, thanks to everyone for joining us on the panel. As Chris said, my name is Mario Finocchiaro. I'm Vice President of Corporate Business Development at LogMeIn, a software company down the street. As you said, we just went from being about 1,000 employees to about 3,000 employees after going through a merger. So it's just a calm, normal everyday time back at the office. So I'm really excited to be here to talk a little bit about IoT, to get some of your questions about the Internet of Things. I was part of the team that launched Zively in 2013. Seems like a lot more than 4 years ago.
God, that's crazy.
But here we are, like Chris said, doing the hard work, and would love to hear some of the questions from you folks.
All right, so you've got the guy in IoT from Arrow Electronics, and you've got the guy from Zively, which is one of our Boston Supercluster IoT Stack partners. Ask them questions, or else I'm going to. Fire away, you're up first.
So my name is Mark Zeng. I'm a local entrepreneur and angel investor.
I'll hear you.
Louder, louder.
So the button on the left, I heard.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Much better.
So again, my name is Mark Zeng, a local entrepreneur and angel investor. The question that I have is actually for the gentleman from Arrow Electronics. So you mentioned about the partnership you have with Indiegogo about this certification process you're doing. So my question to you is, in terms of the certification, what aspect that you cover for doing this certification, and how long is the process? And once the certification process is done, what kind of credential or cloud for this product or process that actually the person applied or the company applied for this certification can obtain? So that's the question.
Thanks for the question. Essentially, we launched this effort at CES. We actually launched it before that, but we went really public with Indiegogo at CES, and we had a mutual experience on the floor. What was amazing at that, by the way, there was over 200 projects submitted in 3 days right at CES. But how do we evaluate them, and what do we do with them? We have a team of about 30 application system engineers with some finance and marketing folks that really evaluate those projects as they're coming through. Again, as I said to the gentleman that was at the back, we examine who's the team, what have they done prior, do they have a track record? Two, has their application, their solution got merit? What is it really solving for? And if we look at it as technologists and consumers and business people, is it solving for a need that we can really identify with? Is it a strong application? And thirdly, we take a look at, okay, is this design really optimized to succeed? Is it designed for manufacturability? And can they deliver it to the very folks that they're seeking funds from? And then we really take a look at, okay, what tier will we put it at? We've got about 4 tiers. And we do probably about somewhere between 7 or 8% of all the projects we see will certify. And we'll put a sticker on there that says Arrow certified. That means you can trust that this product will be delivered by this company, and you can invest with confidence. And then we go all the way up to partial investments or full investment, where we may say, we love what you're doing, you needed $2 million to pull this off, here you go. We're going to go and help you design, build, manufacture, and deploy that. Still go get the money you need from Indiegogo, but that's the process we approach. And it's very visible on Indiegogo programs and projects.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks. Questions? I'm going to go if you don't. All right, Mario. Logme's growing, Xively's growing. When you're not selling to an enterprise user or consumer in a business sense, and you're selling to, quote, a channel or an intermediary, who are you selling to? Who's doing the best job marketing? Who's doing the best job with integration? Who's doing the best job with installation? You don't have to name names necessarily, but I think we all know that the tech stack in an IoT end-to-end or sensor-to-service context is pretty complicated. No single company has the whole stack necessarily. No. But I think sometimes we underestimate just how complex the commercial value chain or the delivery chain is. So who in that sort of zoo of potential partners that may touch part of the system and deliver part of the system, can you just tell us by type of company?
Sure.
Who's doing well for you guys?
Yeah, and is the mic, it is working. Yeah, so zoo is a good metaphor. So we have this kind of running joke around Xively that IoT is kind of a Rorschach test. If you want to find out something about who you're talking to, ask them what IoT means to them. And you might hear someone say, well, it's all about the data. Well, you kind of have a sense it's a data person. You may hear it's about the hardware, it's about the connectivity, because to your point, there are lots of different parts of the stack. And I think that's one of the ways that early on we found a lot of early success by realizing that our customers maybe they had a vision, but they didn't realize, even though they might have thought about what they could do, what a solution could do for their